Good morning, all.
Good morning.
We'll be starting up with the new numerical, the second numerical on joint method of truss analysis, where in the previous case there were no zero force members. In this case, we'll be dealing with zero force member also. Can anybody identify which one will be the zero force member in the truss without analyzing it? By seeing at figure, can anyone tell me which one will be the zero force member? जिसमें force ही नहीं रहेगा.
Sir, member GA.
Member GA. Okay, and
member HB.
HB, which is inclined. Okay.
Member DE and DC.
DE and DC. Good. Then okay, we'll start with the analysis so that you can identify what all your guesses are there, that those are correct or wrong. We'll verify. Okay. Now, in this case, we'll be solving numerical by considering wherever two unknowns will be there. The minimum requirement for analyzing this numericals will be the structure should have at least two unknowns in a joint. Maximum of two unknowns in the joint. Why? Because we are having equilibrium conditions as only Fx, summation of Fx equal to 0 and summation of Fy equal to 0. Only two conditions are there. Moment we are not considering. For the members, only two equilibrium conditions we are considering and we are analyzing the numerical. For that, only two equilibrium conditions are there. There might be a maximum of two unknown values in one joint. Always when you are using this method, in exam it may be asked for use the joint method or may not be asked also. But there are two methods, that is section method as well as joint method. Which one you have to use for any numericals? When it is asked for use the method of joint, that is clear, crystal clear, you need to use the same method. If it is asked like just indicate all members of the truss and have the zero force analysis or find out the forces in each member. If it is not mentioned with the method, which one you have to use in such cases? If it is asked for all the members, then you need to go for joint method only, because joint method will deal with all the components of the structure. If it is asked for only particular members, like if it is asked for only AH or CE, then you can go for section method. That will deal later. First we'll be solving some of the numericals by joint method only, and then we'll go for section method. Okay. Now we'll be doing numerical on basis of section method only. First and foremost step is to identify where only two unknowns are lying. For that joint only you can apply the summation of Fx and summation of Fy is equal to 0 and then find out the member forces. Always consider where two members are joining at single point. Now, if I consider alphabet wise, I'll identify and then we'll see. If you consider A joint, how many members are joining? That is 1, 2, and 3. There are 3 unknowns. So you cannot apply the equation of equilibrium for 2. Here also, it will be 1, 2, Yeah, not only 3, one more reaction will be there. Total it will be of 4. Reaction is also unknown for us. That is also unknown quantity. Here 2 members are joining and one reaction is there. Therefore, here it will be of 3. If you consider here, there it will be of, this is one member, another member, and 1 vertical and 2 inclined members. That will be a total 5 members. If I consider H, here also 3 unknowns are there because 3 members are joining. If I consider B, then it will be of 1 vertical, 2 inclined, and 1 horizontal. Total of 4 unknowns. If I consider C, there are 4 members, 4 unknowns. You cannot solve it. If I consider E, 1, 2, and 3, there are 3 members, and 1 force is acting, that is of P. Total of 4 unknowns are there. In that, P will be given value. That is a given data. Therefore, only 3 unknowns will be there. And remaining is D member, D joint. That is, there are only 2 members are joining. Therefore, the unknowns will be of only 2. So, you can write expression for summation of Fx and summation of Fy for D only in this numerical. You cannot directly start with A or B or any other component. You should start from the D only. Why? Because only 2 unknowns are lying at D point. Other all points are more than 3. 3 are more than 3 unknowns are there. So you need to apply summation of Fx, summation of Fy condition for D joint. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then you need to apply the D joint reaction calculation. Now D joint can be given as, this is D joint. Summation of Fx and summation of Fy. Now initially you may consider direction like this, or if you are unknown to the directions, directly you can consider D joint as one horizontal member, one inclined member which is joining at this point, and both in the same direction. The forces may be considered in the same direction. That value will be of, this joint will be of D, and values can be calculated. D point. Summation of Fx and summation of Fy, by considering D, you can write summation of Fy, you can write summation of Fy by considering vertically upward as positive and downward as negative. Okay? And summation of Fy by considering towards right is positive, towards left is negative. Okay? Summation of Fy is equal to 0 equation if you are providing vertical forces, only vertical forces inclined, that is DC member. And this is of D. DC vertical component you need to calculate. That is, if you are considering this as theta, the vertical component will be of DC sin theta. That is written over. F DC sin theta is equal to 0. Once, if angle is lying between 0 to 90 degree, this sin theta value cannot be 0. Some of the other value will be there. Therefore, FDC will be 0. That is written over here. FDC will be 0. If FDC is 0, then automatically the term becomes 0. FDC would be of 0 value. Next is summation of Fx equal to 0. If you are considering the D point and apply the only horizontal forces by considering towards right as positive and towards left as negative. That will be of towards right, D E is acting, FDE force in the member, DE is acting towards right, therefore it is a positive. And DC horizontal component, that can be written as, DC is already known value for us. DC is calculated as previously 0. Therefore, plus 0 you can insert as. Which is DC is in the summation of Fy calculated, and that is become as 0 only. Therefore, FDE plus 0 is equal to 0 or FDE will be 0, which means these two members are zero force members. Same, this one. DE as well as DC. Both are zero force members. Which means in both the members, the value is 0. Because the force acting will be in the force acting, the external load applied is at point E point, that is at this point. P is acting. Okay? At E point it is acting. From there, the load calculation will start. Before that, whatever your truss is there, then the loading condition will be completely 0 only. Therefore, the force in the member DC as well as DE will be 0. Okay. Now we have joint P. Joint P is known. One member value is known, another two members value is unknown for us. Okay. Therefore, only two unknowns are remaining in this one because this is calculated. That has become 0. That is calculated value. Only two unknowns are remaining. Okay. Now we can apply expression for E joint. That is summation of Fx equal to 0 and summation of Fi equal to 0 at E. And calculate what will be the force in EC, ED will be 0 only. EF, EC and EF, only two members value you need to calculate. Find out what will be the values. In terms of P is a known value. Load is applied as P. Calculate values and post your answers in the chat box. If I consider E joint, there are four forces are acting, which is one is ED, one is applied external load, that is P. ED is calculated in previous step as 0 and FEC is there, FEF is there. There are four total forces, out of which one is 0, one is known value, that is P. Remaining two you need to calculate. Apply summation of Fx equal to 0 and summation of Fi equal to 0. Find out the forces in the member. If I apply summation of Fx equal to 0 in this condition, summation of Fx is equal to 0, which indicates Fef is equal to 0 only. Right, because other direction value is DE is 0. Only two forces are there. If I write expression as Fef is negative and plus 0 is equal to 0, you can rewrite as Fef is equal to 0. That is written over here. Next, you can write summation of Fy equal to 0 by considering upward as positive. Fy is equal to 0, or you can calculate the value as Fec minus downward is P is equal to 0, or else Fec equal to P value. This will be calculated for FEC. Okay. Next, consider for joint where the possibility of minimum unknowns are there. That is H joint. Next is of H joint. In H joint, the inclined member value is calculated. No, it should be of H member. If you are considering horizontal two are there, that is HA and HF, and inclined member is of HB. Summation of FY you are doing mean summation of HB becomes 0 because Y component's value will be of 0 only. That you need to verify by calculating separately. Next is G. For G also will be having FGA as 0 only. Or individually you can calculate for all members and find out the values. The theta value is not given over here, but when you will be solving the actual numericals, we'll be having the theta value. With respect to theta value, we'll be calculating what will be the exact quantity of P. In place of here P, the other values will be given, like 10 kilonewton, 5 kilonewton, or Newton, any values will be given. Okay. This is, for example, to find out how the zero force will be there in the members. If I consider H member, the inclined member will have this P components, and this inclined HB will be having no forces involved. Therefore, HB will be 0, as well as if you consider G joint, GA, that is vertical member, there also there will be no forces will be involved. After calculation of E, you can calculate for C, E, B. Note down and forward. This subject I cannot solve complete numericals in PPT only. It will be difficult to solve each and everything on PPT. So I will be using the smart board. Oh, it will be easier to understand for you because PPT is quite okay, and the smart board is okay for you people for analysis. Here, a point code is acting of 10 kilonewton. And here, a point code is acting the 12. Distance we have 2.5. This is the right angle. This is the top triangle. That is A, B, C. Not on the diagram, so that while analyzing, it will be easier for you. First and foremost thing is to find out reaction values. Reaction at A and reaction at C. As we are having ruler support at A and hinge support at C, ruler support will be having only vertical reaction that can be given as RA or HA, depends upon naming you can use. And for RC will be for reaction at C point, as well as we will be having RCH, that is horizontal reaction at C point, because it is in support, therefore two reactions will be there. One is horizontal, one is vertical. Screen is visible or not?
Yes, sir.
Note down numerical and try to calculate the reactions for RA and RB. Okay, I'll only go for solving this numerical. The reactions can be calculated as, I can write summation of Fy is equal to 0.
Yes.
That can be written as summation of Fy is equal to 0. That is Ra plus Rc is equal to 10 plus 12. That is 22 kilonewton. Because only two reactions are there, vertically upward, and two loads are applied. Point loads are applied, that is 10 and 12 kilonewton. Therefore, total will be of 22 kilonewton. Now you need to find out what is the value of Ra and what is the value of Rc. How to find out? You can apply moment equation. Summation of moment about one point is equal to 0, that is at ruler support, as well as at hinge also you can apply. So I'll apply summation of moment about point A is 0. Always ruler support will be having moment as 0 only, as well as hinge support will be having moment as 0 only. So you can apply moment is equal to 0 at A as well as at C also. Now I need to find out the moment about A. For that I can write this 10 kilonewton into perpendicular distance. Perpendicular distance is how much? That we need to find out. What will be this value? Similarly, we need to find out what will be the second value. These two distance horizontal, because moment is force into perpendicular distance. Perpendicular distance is unknown for us. That you need to find out. So this is first unknown and this is first second unknown. This is second, this is first second, right? How to find out first unknown?
Cos 60.
Cos 60 equation I can write. cos 60 is equal to
0.5.
the vertical member that will be adjacent divided by hypotenuse. That is cosine divided by 2.5. Or you can write that is whatever distance you need to calculate, that is 2.5 into cos 60. So what will be the value? What will be the value?
1.25.
1.25.
1.25. meter is horizontal distance for 10 kilonewton. Similarly, calculate second distance, horizontal distance. How to calculate second distance? Second distance can be considered. First, you need to find out what will be the height of this one. Then only you can calculate horizontal distance. Because inclined distance for this triangle is not given. Here it is not given. So first you need to find out any of this triangle's value and then you can calculate the horizontal distance. That can be calculated by similar triangle property you can consider as E. I'll write this one as F. EFC and DFC will be of two similar triangles. You can find out this height by similar triangle property. Because both are rectangular triangles, you can find out the height of it. What will be the second horizontal distance calculated? And tell me the answer. We are getting 3.75 that nobody knows or nobody want to answer for that. First, I can calculate the vertical distance. How much it will be there? That can be calculated as 2.5 into sin 60. So you get this vertical value. And once you get the vertical value, horizontal value is known for us. That is 2.5 plus 1.25 is 3.75 is remaining. So that can be written as, what will be the 2.5 into sin 60? Quickly, anybody can answer. If 2.16 is known value, then you can write 2.16 divided by this vertical force as unknown. That can be given as vertical length as unknown. For this triangle, we will be having the image. No, just you cannot calculate because of the two will be unknown values. This is 60 degree and this is 30 degree. This inclined value you can calculate. Two angles are known to us. So another side can be written as distance has to be given 30 degrees. That can be written as 30 degree in the liquid having 5 into divided by 4. If this is the value of the inclined member for DC, then find out what will be the horizontal distance. Three by four. Okay, fine. What will be the horizontal distance? If you know the angle is 30 degree, what will be the horizontal distance? The distance will be given in the numericals. Now it is because of 30 degree, you can find out the incline value as pi into root 3 divided by 4. And once the inclination, the hypotenuse value is known, you can find out the horizontal distance, that is HC. HC can be calculated as how much answers?
2.17.
2.17. 2.17. Any other answers? Or you can write as 5 into root 3 divided by 4 into cos 30 degrees. That will give you horizontal distance, that is HC. How much is that much? That value? If HC is not remaining distance, you can calculate 5 minus HC. For HC, I am written the values over there. 5 into root 3 divided by 4 into cos 30 degree. What will be the answer?
1.87.
1.8.
1.875.
1.87.
1 point.
Yes?
Yes, sir.
If you are writing 1.87 as HC, then remaining will be of 3.13. Therefore, this horizontal distance will be of 3.1. I also might have get the value as 1.865. Am I clear? To the next digit, if I am accurating, that will be 3.865. The remaining distance will be 3.1. Once this is known, next you can calculate for reaction calculation, that is summation of M A is equal to 0, and that can be given as summation of M A is equal to 0 can be given as 10 into perpendicular distances of 1.25, which is acting clockwise, therefore consider it to be positive, plus 12 into 3.13 minus RC reaction is RC into 5 is equal to 0. Therefore, RC can be calculated as, calculate and tell me the answer how much it will be. If it is positive, then upward. If it is negative, downwards. Once you get the RC value, you can write summation of RA plus RC is equal to 22 and then calculate RA value. RA value is 22 minus RC. Total with RC value?
10.02.
10.012.
012. I can write only 10. Comment the next digits because it is not considerable values are there. So remaining is 22 minus 10 is 12.
11.99.
11.97.
12. That one.
Yeah, that round figure I can consider to be 12. Any other forces are remaining? There is no other unknowns. So we can go for next stage, that is to find out the member forces. Member forces, first I'll consider A joint, because if you see the diagram, A joint is having one reaction and two members. These two members and one reaction will be there. So total of 3 reactions will be there, or 3 forces will be there, out of which one is known value, that is reaction, and A is known value. Remaining 2 are, one is inclined member and another is horizontal member. By considering A joint, I can calculate the member forces. So write out. Consider A joint. And calculate the member forces. I can draw sketch for A joint as this is a 60-degree force and reaction to be of RA is 12. This is A point, 2B and 2B. I can write F A E and F A. Okay, you can write same expression, that is summation of Fx and summation of Fy. First write summation of Fx is equal to 0. That is by considering positive to right direction towards right and negative towards left. So you can write expression as for summation of Fx equal to FAB plus FAE will be acting in the positive direction only, therefore you can write plus FAE into
Cos 60.
cos 60 degree is equal to 0. Here there are 2 unknown values. We don't know both of those values. So keep as it is. First we will be writing for summation of Fy and finding out the value. Summation of Fy is equal to 0 I can write, and expression can be written as 1 is 1 kilonewton, no reaction that is acting upward, plus the component of AE will be acting in the vertical direction, and that can be given as
FA sin
AE sin theta, that is 60 degrees. And I can write it.
sin 60.
So you can calculate what will be the FAE value, because remaining all are known values.
So FA is minus 13.86 kilonewton.
Minus 13.86
86.
86 kilonewton.
A is minus 30.8
6.
6.
kilonewton. Minus sign indicates
Compressive.
the most member is reverse direction. Which means now it is of the compression member. And we can change the direction to the compression. See the diagram, it will become like this. When two forces are acting, this is your member, and two forces externally acting like this, that will be compression. But internal forces of the member will be always in the opposite direction. Therefore, for member we need to write the member signs as in the opposite direction arrows. That will be compression member. If it is a negative value, if you are getting by initial consideration to be torsion or the tension member. Okay. So negative indicates that is a compression member, sign has to be changed. And now whatever imagination is there, that is in the tension zone. The arrow is in the upward direction. That has to be like this. Okay. Whenever negative sign comes, that gives the compression member for initial consideration of tension members. Next again, write this one for first equation. This is first equation I can write, and this is second equation I can write. Substitute FAE value in first equation and find out FAB value.
6.93.
6.93 tension zone.
93. It is a positive value.
Yes.
So there is no need of changing the sign, which is in the same direction. So it indicates tension member. So in the diagram of original diagram, your sign will be, arrows will be opposite to each other. 3. Compression member how it is mentioned and tension member how it is mentioned. Like this you need to mention in the diagram also. Okay. Once A joint is done, next you can go for next joint, that may be of C joint, because two unknowns will be there in the C joint. If you consider B joint, there will be a total of 4 members are joined. One is calculated, with this one is calculated, the remaining 3 will be remaining. But only equations of equilibrium will have only 2. Therefore, I go for directly third joint, that is C. Consider joint C. And write the expression for calculating the member forces. That can be calculated as one is horizontal and another is inclined member, and one reaction you are having, that is RC reaction. Consider both the member in tension zone and calculate the value, that is angle of inclination for member is 30 degree, and this is C, this will be CD, and this will be CB. Find out the reactions in the member. Write expression for summation of Fx equal to 0. Horizontal members are, one is minus FCB, that is towards left. Therefore, I am writing the negative sign. If it is towards right, then you would have written the plus sign. Next is minus FCD into cos 30 is equal to 0. Here two unknowns are there, only one equation, so you cannot solve. Keep as it is. Go for summation of Fy. Summation of Fy is equal to 0. Write expression as upward as positive and downward as negative. Your RC is also acting upward and the member forces because of CD will be also acting upward. Both will be positive. That can be written as 10 plus FCD sin 30 degrees is equal to 0. That is equation number 2. Solve equation number 2 and find out FCD value.
Sir, FCD equals to minus 20 kilonewton.
20.
Minus 20
Yes.
kilonewton. So which means it is a compression zone member. Which means FCD need to be in the opposite direction. That is a compression member. So in diagram also you need to represent that. And horizontal member value you can calculate FCD value. Substitute the value of FCD in first equation and find out what will be FCD value.
Sir, FCD equals to 17.32 kilonewton.
FCD is
17.32 kilonewton.
17.32. Positive value.
Yes, sir.
So it is a tension member. Okay. In diagram also you can represent that way. This is a tension member, inclined member 1, and C is compression member. You are represented both values. Next, consider joint E. Find out joint B and find out the member reactions. Okay, this you can continue in the next class. We'll be ending up class here only. Next, we'll be continuing with the continuation of joint B and member forces calculations. Okay, you can try at home in the break. Again, we'll be continuing the same class. Okay.
Yes.
Now you can post your roll number and you can leave. Next class will be there or not, I'll inform you because we are having some meetings. If it is possible to conduct the second class, that is 4th at 1 o'clock, I'll continue. Otherwise, we'll be taking in the tomorrow's class.
Yes, sir.
Post your roll number and you can leave.